Fellow gamers, you probably know this pain all too well. You get a brand new game console like, say, the PS4 on, let's say, Black Friday, and even though it is the holiday season, you don't really have a whole lot of time to play that new console and your brand new games for one particular reason. The TV is always taken. Well, there should be a solution for it, and now that I have my PS4, I can finally show you one, and I think it's really great. It's Joshua Vergara from Android Authority. What's going on, everybody? And finally, it's time for me to show you the PS4 Remote Play capabilities along with the Sony Game Control Mount for the Sony Xperia Z3. Alright, and here we are with the Game Control Mount for the Sony Xperia Z3 line, but it can also be used for the Z2 smartphones and also the Z3 Tablet Compact. Also, it can be used for the Xperia Z3V for Verizon because that is where I was able to get this mount. Widely, you won't be able to get the Game Control Mount until later in December, especially on places like Amazon or anywhere else like that. I actually had to order this straight from Verizon because they had it available for the Z3V, which was released not too long ago. But the box contents basically had just this mount and a small booklet of instructions, and essentially it's just a clasp that will go around the Dualshock 4 controller, quite easily as so. And it'll just snap right on. And once you're through with that, this suction cup up here will allow you to mount the actual phone to the controller, pushing up on this little lever on the back in order to really get it firmly onto there. The angle can be adjusted, but for the most part, you're probably just gonna have it right straight ahead like this. As far as playing actual games goes, streaming PS4 games that is, you actually won't be using the PlayStation application, as you can see is already pre-installed on there, but instead you'll be downloading an app called Remote Play that has the PS4 icon right over there. Once you have it clicked and you have it set up, you should have your PS4 already connected to your Wi-Fi in your network at home or wherever you may be, but I strongly recommend that your PS4 be connected via Ethernet to your router in order to get the maximum speed that you can give it. That way, when you do Wi-Fi to the actual phone and it will be able to stream to the phone, you can get the best type of connection possible. You should have your phone obviously connected to your Wi-Fi as well, and once they're both on the same network, they'll be able to find one another. Also, the pairing of the DualShock 4 to the phone will happen around this time. Essentially, what will happen is you're just going to hold the PlayStation button right here and the share button together until a white bar appears on the top where the LED is. And it's there that the Bluetooth will pair to the phone, and then it will be used for remote play. Now, after you do the initial connection with the PS4, all other times that you do so should be pretty quick, and you'll see that it is going to check the connection environment, and then the screen of the actual PS4 itself will appear on your phone screen. And it's from there that you can use the DS4 controller and just go through all of the elements of your PS4. Now, you're already going to notice right away, I might not have the best connection possible to be able to get very, very low or close to no latency on my connection to the PS4. But for the most part, it actually works just about the way that it should. Certain games like Call of Duty or any shooter games like Destiny might be kind of tough to play on here. I actually am playing WWE 2K15 quite a lot using Remote Play, and I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of it in a bit, but being able to get timely counters off, or in first-person shooters, being able to aim properly at a rate that allows you to be successful in it, it's not quite the same. The latency just is maybe like a quarter of a second late, especially if you have, even when you have an ideal connection. But for the most part, I've been having a great time on this, especially when the TV, like you saw in the intro, was already taken. And the best part about this, you can take it wherever you want. And I'm already inside of the game right now.
Look at this. He's just barely moving. I'm not sure he can get back to his feet. Look at this.
It's been an incredible match. And look at Cena with the shoulders down. Could be in here. And Cena stays alive. On a roundhouse kick from Punk.
That may do it. Cena may be finished. Punk signaling. Time to go to sleep.
And Punk could be closing in on the championship. CM Punk to be closing in on the championship. championship.
So I just wanted to give you guys a quick look at the capabilities of PS4 Remote Play, but mostly give you a quick review of the Game Control Mount for the Sony Xperia Z3. As you can see, I have it on here still, and I just got done with a match in WWE 2K15. It is a very nice mount to use, and you can see back there, you have the suction cup that's keeping the phone right there. Obviously, you have the screen on time to contend with when it comes to the Z3, and around 4 or 5 hours, you're probably going to conk out, so you won't be able to play for too long, but you can always plug it back in using the micro USB charging port and continue playing. But ultimately, as you can see back there, TV's still taken up, but I'm still enjoying my PS4 right here. Like I said in the previous segment, the latency does provide a few issues when it comes to the particular games where you need to be very timely. Mostly first-person shooters, and in the case of WWE 2K15, getting off the right types of counters and the right timing for them. But for the most part, it's really fun to use, and it provides another way for you to enjoy the Z3, aside from it just being one of the best smartphones that Sony has put out. As far as the Game Control Mount goes, it does provide some top-heavy weight to the DS4 controller right here, but it's not really too much, and for the most part, unless you're playing maybe at a certain angle, you're not going to have that much trouble having fun on the mount, using the mount in order to enjoy your games. And it also doesn't get in the way of any of the buttons that are on the controller itself. You can see Ash's review of the Z3 tablet compact over on the side. The only gripe that I might have with the Xperia Z3 is that it's a little bit small for playing PS4 games. Certain games you might need to squint just to be able to see what is going on, and with the Z3 tablet compact and that larger screen, you might have a better time with that. So keep it tuned here, watch their videos. The Z3 tablet compact is over on the side, and don't forget to drop us some likes on our videos, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and remember that androidauthority.com is your source for all things Android.